Hello! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sun-Dried Bunnies Podcast. We are back. People flood back in. I know you've been waiting. We are back once again. It is I, Sol, and the wonderful Death Violets.
Oh.
Yeah, she says hello. She where's all the cats gone? You had all the cats.
Listen, I had to get up to go get something, and now he just doesn't want me anymore.
So she came into the camera, and she's there. She's just covered in all of them. Snuggled up. I thought, what a great visual image, and then she just throws them to the side off screen.
You told me to go get stuff.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, that's true, I did.
Yeah, you did.
I hope everyone is well. Welcome everyone in. We are going to be joined tonight by the third horseman to don our door here at the Sun-Dried Bunnies Podcast. Hey JJ, welcome everybody. Thank you guys for hanging around. How are you, DB? Very good question to start off with, FG. How are you, Death Violets? How you been?
Okay, I'm coasting. What's happening? But that's okay.
The last time we saw you on this podcast, we didn't see you. You were a little image because of your internet. Has that been resolved?
The internet's been fixed, but my computer still shuts itself off occasionally. For some reason, I've noticed as soon as I end a stream, it'll shut itself off.
Wow.
I'm hoping it's not going to do it while we're doing this podcast because I'm not streaming.
Very old.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm
crazy. I'm sorry that this crap is happening, you know.
That's all good.
The last time you saw me, I had a little red eyebrow. Now I have a red eyebrow on this side, even though this side was the blue side. Right? Oh no, wait, it wasn't. It was red because I did red, blue, blue. Oh no. So okay, yeah. So now I've got a red eyebrow there, and I've got a red beard now. The next time we do the podcast, it'll just be completely red. Just one.
Yeah.
Let's
go all out.
Hey, big potato. No worries. We just got started. Yes. What a week it's been. It's been turbulent for myself personally, but had some great streams, some great people. So a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff happening. Not just for me, but in the community as a whole, and I love that. That's fantastic. There's always something amazing. We just got off the back of Halloween and fireworks night. Yeah, Guy Fawkes, basically. Sam Burke tried to blow up government. I say Burke, he was a bit of an anti-hero, really. And we celebrate the fact he failed, but actually everyone celebrates the idea of actually doing it. But the real reason behind it is actually to ward off the spirits raised from Halloween. And they do that by blasting fireworks into the sky all hours of the bloody day.
I've never heard of that.
That's it's sometimes called fireworks night, sometimes called Guy Fawkes night, sometimes called bonfire night. Because again, burning of an effigy, that kind of thing.
Very fun.
Well, you say that fireworks bore the crap out of me, and they're noisy, loud, and they're all the same. I don't get it. If you're a kid, I understand the wonder, but you've seen them all, you know. They're never in any other shapes either. It's just bang, lights.
Have you seen the what's it called? What are the little robots that fly? That people
drones.
Drones. Yeah, have you seen the drones light shows?
No, I haven't.
Those are really cool.
I can't encourage drones, except at Disneyland shapes. Are they?
They make them into cool shapes and stuff.
Oh well, I might have to have a look. I don't really like drones. Don't encourage drones. Fucking hell. Yeah, I always hate it. You know when like a guy, it's usually a guy, gets like a massive model aeroplane, right? And they spend all these hours like building the engine for it or doing whatever, and they fuss over it, spend loads of money on it, money that could have gone to a better cause. And they're like, oh my god, look at my massive plane. And they put it on the runway, they find some field, and they put it on a runway, and they start it, and it goes flying off, and it crash lands and burns, and they've wasted all their money, and I think, good.
They're just trying to have a good time.
No, have a good time doing something more worthwhile than playing with your big truck.
And here you are sitting, talking nonsense with people and playing video games.
Yeah, doing entertaining. You know, that's what we do.
Entertaining to them.
What is so entertaining about?
They built it. Like, wow, I did that.
What is that? That's just nonsense. No. Jump out a plane. Go and fly a real one. Bloody drones. I don't like them. I'm going to die to a drone.
Okay.
Yep.
Taxidermied his cat and turned it into a drone.
I've seen that. Oh,
I hate
no.
that.
I don't like that. No. No, stop it, please. Oh.
Okay.
Oh. See, that's what you get. That's what you get. Oh, look, there we go. The culprit coming into view.
Oh,
I love the angry kitty picture you posted in your Discord. I keep going. Yeah. One of your cats. Looking. Milo. It was Milo. That's right. Yeah. I keep going back to it. You talk about serotonin. It's so funny and adorable. I absolutely love it. If you're not already in DV's Discord, get over there. Get in that Discord. We might even throw a link in the chat. It's fantastic. Yeah. So we're doing the podcast back to back this week, and then we're going to take a break until the birthday one with Eddie. But yeah, it's been a week. It feels like forever since that last one.
It's been a week.
Really? It's only been a week.
This week flew by for me. It doesn't
really
feel like a week.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you got your streams back up and running though.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not in the best of ways at the moment, but your Visage stream, as much as I hate that game, was quite amusing. I've got to be honest, because your reactions made it very much. It's rare we get to see DV play a horror game. I met her playing Little Nightmares. She did one Alien stream and then Visage, so it's like, okay, all right, I'll go with it. So sad I missed the Visage stream. No, it's
all good. There's some clips you can go look at if you wanted.
There was some clips. Yeah, that's very true. No, that was great. I paint, as I said, I'll paint my face for Pyre again, and we concluded this month's Cthulhu streams with me and Meatloaf, which was very fun. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what's going to come up this week because I had to cancel a few streams, but we'll see. I might do something. I might not. Yes, so that's the week that is. But what is the week that was? Do you have any plans coming up for a couple of months? I know that you might be going through some changes. Don't have to talk about that at all, but I mean, it's...
I announced yesterday that I'm going to take a little bit of a break from streaming for a month or two. I just got to get some mental health fixed, and then I'm in a weird in-between place with my job. Yeah. I might be moving, so I got to handle that. So I got to get the house ready to move out and all that nonsense. So I was just like, you know what? I just need a break. Take a minute. Yep. Get all my ducks in a row, and we'll be back in action.
Exactly. That's a very good plan. I think we can all get behind Death Violets and wish her a lot of luck on her journey. And we will miss you most dearly when you are gone.
Of course. But, I'm sure I'll still poke my head in.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Whatnot.
And you'll be active in your Discord as well.
Yeah.
Damn right. And just we will look forward to your return. I should say that Death Fights may be here for the next podcast. It's possible. There is a slight chance that she will not. The podcast will continue on during the hiatus. That's a hard word to say, actually. Because we have got the wonderful Big Potato to step in at Death Violets. What's the word I'm looking for here? Blessing. To come in and step in for a little while in the interim. Obviously, Big Potato is my cesspit partner. We have the show The Potato Sack. I think she'll fill your slot wonderfully. Although I am curious to know what the Potato Diary is actually having in store. I mean, sometimes she leaves me in complete bewilderment most of the time, so I'm looking forward to seeing what she comes up with.
Maybe we'll add a little spice to the diaries.
Yes, you never know. So, yes, all full steam ahead, and we do have some great guests lined up in the coming months. Fritz H probably didn't say new art in Discord. Give some feedback, and we've done a stream or something, and have a nice night. So, all right, Fritz, take care. I'll definitely take a look at that. Absolutely. Fritz is an amazing artist, TV. I highly recommend checking out their work in the art channel.
I'll definitely go look.
Fritz, if you're not familiar with Death Violets, please. Death Violets is an artist in of herself. Not only does she deserve to follow, but just checking out her work in general is absolutely fantastic, gorgeous.
Don't
Hey Chunky, how you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, we're gonna get that. Oh, Potato's already seen it. That's fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's not just about me and Death Violet's here. We are always joined by a fantastic guest streamer, and it is our pleasure this week to welcome the third Horseman that we've had on the Sun-Dried Bunnies Podcast, and certainly not the last. It is the gun-toting, hardcore gaming, Pandemic. NA. Way! There you are, welcome in.
Hello.
And hello. It's a pleasure to have you here. Yes, there is our guest, Pandemic. If you're not quite Pandemic, they are a fantastic streamer, joined by another guest as well. No, absolutely wonderful to have you here. First of all, how are you all, Pandemic?
I'm doing good.
Yes, excellent. We thank you very much. I thought I had a nosebleed then. I genuinely caught myself at just an angle where I thought, oh my god, I'm bleeding. Absolute honour to have you. We really do appreciate you coming in. Pandemic, you are a wonderful streamer who I was fortunate enough to meet in the most osmosis-like manner. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's sort of like It's sort of like me. I met Meatloaf, right? Meatloaf came in. He done his thing. It's Meatloaf. Oh no, it was Rick, and then I gave him the name Meatloaf. and then it just sort of existed, and the Horseman formed. He started pairing up with FPG and thought, oh, it's really great. Look what they're doing over there. And then the Horseman was born, and here comes the brand, and we're like, who's the fourth one? You got Shia. Who's the fourth? Oh, that's Meatloaf's friend, Pandemic. So oh, that's interesting. Who's that? Give them a follow. Just wait and see, who is that? But actually, you know what? A sleeper hit come in, and I think he might be my favourite Horseman, if I'm honest with you.
Damn.
So, first of all, I should ask you, how did you start streaming? Really? How'd you get into this?
I went to career tech school, my last 2 years of high school, so my junior and senior year for media and video.
Oh, right,
so we would make videos for class projects, and we'd also do like Photoshop, website building, all sorts of fun stuff.
Right. Okay.
But
that makes a lot of sense, actually, because you've done a lot for the Horsemen in that regard as well. You know, you in terms of tech advice and all that kind of stuff, and graphics and just figuring stuff out. You're the go-to guy. Sort of makes sense now, given your history. Absolutely. No, carry on, please.
But yeah, I also competed in that said subject too for Business Professionals of America.
DB, you familiar with that?
I'm not.
Oh, sorry, you're not even like, I was like, oh, she knows.
Sorry.
Okay.
We competed our junior year and our senior year. We went to state both years. So, that's competing against the whole state.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't make it past state, but we went to state both years, which was fun.
Oh, okay.
So we got a vacation.
Nice. Boon.
We got away from our lab teacher for a bit.
Brilliant. Dear, oh dear. So how did that then progress into where you are now?
A lot of it transferred over.
Oh, that's what I suppose naturally it would, yeah.
Yeah. Because I also did stuff with OBS in school too.
Oh, you did?
I set up something for... There's a brief week, it was in November, both years, that you had to do assignments for all these classes, but you're off. It's I forget what they called it, but it's a visiting period for other schools to come visit.
Oh, right.
And you'd have all the different labs across the school would have like a thing in their respective classroom.
Right. Okay.
So senior year, I messed with a lot of the OBS stuff there, and I like had a live green screen going there for that. So I got how to do an assignment for lab that year during that week.
Yeah, that's a way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Should just sit there and tell people about it. That's all I had to do.
Brilliant. So
But that was fun.
yeah, no. So as long as it was fun, that's the main thing. You're very. So what's your history of gaming then? In general, have you just been a gamer since you were a kid? Did you grow up on any certain consoles, or were you PC all the way?
Always.
Meatloaf said building my PC, my computer as well. Yeah.
That was something that happened right towards the end of my senior year that I got interested in.
Right.
Then I just picked it up.
Nice.
Because I'm autistic, so it's like I can pick up on stuff that I like really easy.
Right. Okay.
So something like that picked up really quick because I was interested in it.
Makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
But I did god awful in algebra.
You got to take Ruffle to smooth with that one, I mean.
Yeah.
No, that's great. Yeah, building PC. So yeah, so you're a PC all the way. You're one of the PC elite. Elite. Yeah, that's a thing now. Yeah, have you ever owned consoles at all?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
When I initially had an original Xbox,
Okay.
then a few years after that, I got a PS2 for my birthday. Then,
Nice. PS2.
then I had that for a while, got the 360. Then my first game there was Halo 3, which really kicked off everything for me in the fullest extent.
Okay, yeah, there is that game that just sort of you'll always remember as the thing that made you sort of, to like commit to it as a hobby. Like, I think mine was definitely the first Metal Gear Solid, just based on the narrative and the cinematic nature of the game, which I'd never like. I grew up playing Sega with like Sonic and Dizzy and stuff like that, and just games that are games. They're just gameplay, very loose story, Streets of Rage, that kind of stuff. And then when Metal Gear came along, and it was just like this: here's a cutscene to watch. Basically, here's a movie. Now play a bit of gameplay. Now here's a bit of a movie, and I'm like, what is going on? This is amazing. And obviously, Hideo Kojima's a genius.
Yes.
So he really is. So he and his influence he wears on his sleeve. Like it's blatant and unashamed and excellent because it's executed perfectly. So it wasn't just a cinematic game. Like Resident Evil got a bit more cinematic as it went along. Silent Hill was very cinematic, very influential for me. But Metal Gear really just pushed the envelope. And I think if it wasn't for Metal Gear, the PS2 and the Xbox would not have had the games that it had, where we got into a cycle of games that had to have a story, had to have a narrative. Unfortunately, campaigns, as they've now become known, are dirty words in the eyes of investors. So it's unfortunately they become rarer or lesser so to their multiplayer counterparts and stuff that makes them money. But we'll never forget that boom period. Like as soon as you said PS2, I'm like, yes, the PS2 was one of the best consoles of all time. Never as a console had so many damn classics and hits.
I still have it.
Oh no, mine broke. I've still got it.
And it was the original. That one.
Yeah, I had that. It lasted me. Let's see, I got it in 2002, and it lasted to 2016. So not bad lifetime. And I wasn't using it all the time, but yeah, the original fat one that eventually died on me. I still think I could get it working, if I gave some effort. But I got one of the slim ones, really dirt cheap, and that when I wanted to kind of capture stuff for YouTube back in the day, I just got that for convenience rather than trying to repair it. But I did have the original fat PS2. And it even has, on the disc tray, it has a little PlayStation icon that you could turn.
Yep.
Yeah? Not a lot of people knew this. You could turn it whether it was horizontal or vertical.
Everyone do it.
Yeah. It was great. It's because you could stand up the PS2 or you could have it laying flat. So you could turn the little logo on the front of the disc tray to orientate
That's
in the
very
right way.
cool.
It's just a little thing that I always remember tweaking whenever I wanted to change the layout. Yeah. 360 Ring of Death, yeah. The PS3 for me was the one that had some great games, but like the system was so bad. It was like I don't know. I wouldn't know. Maybe you got a bit more of an insight, but I just felt that machine was in such a prototype for the PS4, looking back, and it was just full of issues. And obviously that they had the big outage during that time as well.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was wild.
It was. It felt a lot of panic, but man, that was big times for the PlayStation users because it went on for such a long time. I got a PC this year. I had a laptop before and played a few like my point-and-click adventure games because they don't need that much to run. But getting my PC this year, it's opened up the world to me. Like my Steam library is just crazy. Definitely, have you got that sort of game that made you sort of? Because I know you didn't play games that much, but is there one that just sort of triggered?
When I was a kid, I have like the original PlayStation, like the first PlayStation.
PS1, yeah.
I have that one, and I have Puzzle Bobble on it. It's a Japanese game.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
Where it has like all the colored bubbles, and you have to throw your bubbles up to match 3 in a row, and they pop, and like you versus other characters and stuff. That was a big one for me. But other than that, it was really probably Ori and the Blind Forest right before I started streaming.
Oh wow!
I played it. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Because that game is beautiful. Was it?
It is beautiful.
Was it the beauty that made it? Because like the gameplay's fucking tough.
It is tough, but I think like because like I don't like have to necessarily like memorize the map. I have the map to reference,
right.
So it made that part easier for me because that's the part that stresses me out. And it was very clear where I had to go. It was just a matter of figuring out how to do it. But also, it's just beautiful, and the soundtrack is amazing.
It really is.
Just all around, it's very good.
I'll never forget when I played it last time. You said the soundtrack was amazing. We reached this amazing moment at the beginning. A crescendo of light came on, and then Meatloaf played the Star Trek theme.
Aww.
Yeah. Well timed, but oh my word, what a way to go with that. No, that's great. That's much more modern as well. It's great that games still can have that effect to the point where they can still inspire. Because like you do worry sometimes. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being an old grumpy gamer, but you do worry with games like the games that get popular now that are massive. You know, the Fortnites, the Fall Guys, all this kind of stuff. Like it's never the Far Cry 6s that you were playing recently, you know what I mean? It's never anything with any nuance. It's always some multiplayer game, and I'm just thinking, will anyone really get inspired by these games in the same way we did? Not to make games, but just to like take it on as a hobby, like because they encourage you to play until you're sick of it. Right. So
I think there's going to be phases though too.
I
think right now we're in a phase of multiplayer, especially just because there's such a huge network of like, oh, now I can play video games and chat with my friends.
Very true. Which is a great thing. Yeah.
I think eventually it'll relapse back to okay, let's do story based things or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I think we've seen flourish on the market because there's no middleware anymore. So you have the AAA games that are usually producing these microtransaction filled experiences. G'day. These big AAA games. Then there's no middle ground because they've been all bought up and sold off. And now you have the indie scene, and the indie scene is really blowing up. That is where you get those core experiences for moderate prices as well. And you get these things that do equally blow up as big as some of these games. Like Undertale is probably one of the biggest examples of that. And you can create a worldwide phenomenon from a very small game that can still pack a hell of a punch. And these are the ones that are going to influence not only game developers of the future, but also us. And I think people will steer away from the AAA market more and more. There'll always be the FIFAs, there'll always be the CODs, and that audience isn't going anywhere. But I do feel that the majority will definitely become those that grew up on those indie darlings that we have for the last 10 years. Because 10 years ago, what would you have? You had maybe Fez, Braid, when these indie games came out, there was like one every couple of months that just was like boom, it hit everything fast, right? And everyone's talking about it. Now you get it every week. Something new is coming out every week, and Twitch is prime. It's on that, you know. It's going to sell these games and influence those games even more, which is fantastic. AAA games really get looking. They might still sit at thousands of viewers, but they're not having the impact as much as those games down here. And I think people will definitely, like you say, it'll get into a cycle where the people that grew up with these indie ones will definitely produce more and more of them and steer clear of the AAA market, especially given like the corporate environments they live in, which is just absolutely atrocious. It's just full of everything you hear, it's just full of fucking sexist behaviour, oppression of people, crunch periods, this kind of crap. Just people being mistreated all around. It's just awful.
Yeah.
I did certain ones and slow transition to other ones. I'm trying to stay away from the main AAA titles. There's many microtransactions, some stick by on. What is your favourite game? Absolutely, because we got on. I went on a bit of a tangent about triggering your games. What is your favourite game of all time? What a good question.
That's a good. Like, I got it break down into kind of categories.
Fair.
Is my favorite first-person shooter is the Titanfall franchise.
Oh, okay. Oh,
it plays so good.
Very smooth from what I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, unfortunately, the servers have been nuked.
Yeah.
By a hacker. Like, because he doesn't like Apex. Which I get it. I mean, but you're just not allowing people to experience the game you like by doing that. Just like, you're not thinking it forward. You're just preventing it from people to enjoy the game you like.
Exactly.
People are picking up the game still. Like, it was alive and well because of Apex.
DDoS, UX, yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, I might not be a big fan of like some of these games that are out there that are really popular, but like, I'm never going to begrudge someone, you know. Yeah, entertainment's entertainment. You do what you want to do. You make your choices. Whether I believe they're worth your time or your money, and I think you can get better stuff elsewhere. Regardless, it's still your life and your decisions. You know, I wish the practices were better and there was a better, fairer platform for everything, and people treated their staff better. But at the same time, you know, I'm not going to pay for it. I'm definitely one of those people that will say I pay with my wallet. You know, I'm not gonna pay for the game. Leave a bad review and then go off and like carry on talking about it and trash the game and try to get everyone else on my side and rally up. But also that works the other way as well, because you get some really toxic fan bases that protect the series from criticism. Like, I know people love Zelda, but that has got a very toxic community that really protects its so you cannot say anything wrong about it. Like, it's bad, and there's many more examples of it. But I'm surprised by the Zelda one. You know.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be so bad. Like, because it's such a nice game. Like, it, you know, Nintendo always used to say that we're not a games console. We develop toys. Right? So Nintendo's toys, which implies that, you know, they're designed for family-friendly audiences, children for the most part. Nothing that adults could enjoy it, obviously, equally. But so coming from that and Nintendo, and it's obviously kid-friendly, to have such a awful fan base that will just the slightest word and they'll destroy you. Same for Five Nights at Freddy's. They've got a very, very defensive group. I can name them all. Pretty much anything that's big has got one, really. I like to think Silent Hill though is probably just me.
You're the only one.
I'm the only one that goes to that and is like, just understand it, okay? All right. Just please stop ruining it. Stop ruining it. Normally that's not to the fans, that's to the developers making more games usually.
Yeah.
Because they usually agree with me. I hate that. I let people drink. Exactly, yeah. Like, I can have an opinion. You can have an opinion if you don't like a game. Of course you can, right? Because everything's going to appeal to everyone. And you're fair. You have the right to express that opinion. But you shouldn't be lambasted or trolled or bullied because you don't like something. That's just
Oh yeah.
it's just not on, and it works both ways. So absolutely, it's a shame that you love Titanfall and it's gone down because of some
That's
bitter
like my favorite.
individual.
It's like that's like my favorite FPS. Then you got like Dishonored is my favorite story game.
I love Dishonored. That series is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I love playing this because I'm a pacifist by my very nature. So to have a game that allows me to be me and just be stealthy and enjoy it, still a great story that Bennett, just Dishonored 2. Some of those levels are so well intricately designed, but are just amazing. The house, the Clockwork House.
Yep, Clockwork Mansion.
Yeah, Clockwork Mansion. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. That is a triumph of level design. I actually, it's rare for me to actually go and find like behind the scenes videos because I just wanted to see the mentality in building that level. Like you can really appreciate some great gameplay, some great work. Really appreciate someone's work as well as just a great game. Amazing. Just I highly recommend Dishonored. DB.
Oh yeah.
It's a first person stealth game, but you can kind of be whatever you want. You can make it into a superhero game, you can make it into a shooter, and
Yeah.
thank you very much for Fire Branded by Fire. I know you. You're an incredible 3D artist. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. I met you earlier today. Yes. Thank you very much. Everyone, I hope your Sunday is going well. Yes, it's going well. We're on the Sun-Dried Bunnies Podcast with a wonderful pandemic, because I guess so it must be well. So yes, Titanfall, Dishonored, great story game. Yeah, I love that very much so. Have you got? You said the other categories. Is there any other categories you'd want to?
Yeah, looters, shooters, Borderlands.
Yes.
But we don't talk about 3.
We don't talk about 3. No, granted, we don't talk about 3. I really love Tales from the Borderlands. I know that isn't a looter shooter, but
that's really good.
Yeah, Borderlands 2 is amazing, and you've been playing that with FBG, haven't you? I guessed earlier on tonight.
Yeah.
Which is a great series. So you're having a lot of fun with that. I'm usually on at the same time,
yeah.
But I'm glad that you guys are collabing on it. It's fantastic. Have you played any of the Borderlands, Steve?
I have played for like 5 minutes, but I've done quite a bit of watching of people playing.
Oh, okay, cell-shaded graphics are fantastic. A lot of
I love the art. Yeah, it's very pretty.
Very good. I think it probably is. I agree with you.
The whole art style is apparently a last-minute thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, really?
That is very true. Yeah, yeah. The whole cell-shaded thing was very much a last edition. Yes, absolutely. D's cat's killing me right now. It's so freaking cute.
He's just hanging out, dude.
Absolutely. So literally Borderlands, excellent choice once again. Any others you want to break down?
Favorite MMO, Destiny.
Oh, Destiny. Yes, you're a big fan of Destiny.
That's another one that just solidified it after Halo 3.
So, so you stream a multitude of games. You're actually quite a good varied variety streamer. You usually stream at a very specific time, for a very specific amount of time as well, I've noticed. Have you got any kind of pattern or is it a schedule? Do you have?
It's kind of with the autism. It's kind of like a routine thing.
A routine, okay.
So it's like a mental routine.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
And like when it gets disrupted, it's all hell loose in my head.
Okay. That's just does have its detriments then as well. But no, right. I gotcha. Okay, that's interesting. Have you decided what games to play? Because sometimes I've seen you in VC and you just go, and I'm like, what's wrong? And you're like, what should I play? And then you go through
so much in my library.
Yeah, you jump around quite a bit. But Far Cry 6 was one you recently played, which I was privileged to watch through as much as I could, and you really enjoyed that game, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Are you a fan of the franchise? You love Far Cry, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you play Far Cry 2 by a chance?
Yes.
I love Far Cry 2. It's so underrated because when Far Cry 3 came out, they kind of changed up a lot of the system to make it a little bit more accessible, because 2 was very difficult. Designed to be very difficult. You had to battle malaria as well. What a great mechanic!
Oh yeah.
You're in Africa. You've got to fight malaria every step of the way, as well as exist in this open world. And the shooting mechanics and drive mechanics were so difficult to master. A companion system, you really had to rely on it as well. But yeah, Far Cry 3 changed it up, made it more accessible. And Far Cry 4 kind of copy and pasted that. And I feel Far Cry 5 was great story, great idea, but the gameplay started, and I was just like, oh, it's just like all the others. But I've got to say, 6 though really, really intrigued me. It is a beautiful game.
Oh yeah, and my favorite character is Juan Cortez.
Juan Cortez, is that the main guy?
No.
No, okay. Which one's he?
Castillo.
The
main antagonist is Castillo.
Castillo, that's it, yeah. Not Cortez, Castillo. I was coming to Pandemic Streams, I watched the other day and he was playing a racing game. Oh yes, you've played a lot of Forza, haven't you, recently? As well.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you love your cars.
Yes, I do.
I've never been into the cars. Never understood the cars. What is it about cars?
Cool things.
You've got a car, haven't you, Phoebe?
No,
that's right, you don't. I'm sorry, I should have brought that up.
It's quite funny. I don't have my license.
Oh, you don't?
It's quite funny. It just happened.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I don't have a license either. No, you fly planes in the wrong states, don't you? That's what you do. You steal planes, according to Twitch. I don't even want to talk about cars. Oh, Harley. Oh, yes, you had quite the encounter the other day. The tyres and all. She was stranded. It was so funny.
Oh, with her car?
Yeah.
Oh,
Aww.
I know who. I just saw Meatloaf's question.
Ask him who Juan Cortez reminds him of. Oh, okay. Go on.
Juan Cortez reminds me of his ass.
His ass?
Just his chaotic tendencies.
Oh, I think you meant his literal ass.
No. Not literally his ass. Because Juan Cortez.
I was just thinking this big guy like that.
Because Juan Cortez is like a very chaotic character in a sense, but it's a very calculated chaos.
Right. Okay. Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Because here's a good example of that. We were playing D&D and we were doing a campaign. This happened on 2 separate campaigns, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
He lights a fire in the forest with us in it.
Like the whole forest on fire.
The whole forest.
Okay.
The whole forest.
Didn't need it.
While we were in combat, he's just like, I want to burn down the forest. To start a fire somehow.
Unbelievable. We should actually talk about how do you know Meatloaf?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
We're waiting for
this.
this.
A minute.
We're waiting for him to spill the beans on everyone. I can't wait for this. Trash everyone.
So, prior to Minecraft coming out on the 360 back in 2011, so there's probably a gap between 2009 and 2010 where I met our friend John.
Oh, right, okay.
And through him, I met him, like, within the first couple weeks. So, that's how we met, like, almost 10, 11 years ago.
Right, okay. That's crazy.
And it's...
Yeah. No, it's,
and that was back on the 360.
That's crazy.
That long ago.
How did you manage to keep the relationship going, like a friendship going, as it were?
It just stuck. It just stuck. It just happened.
I feel like Meatloaf has just stuck to everyone, so I understand that absolutely. He's not a pest. Don't worry. He's a glad thing that he stuck to you. Honestly,
it's kind of like the coffee stand. You're never gonna get rid of them.
There you go, Meatloaf. There's a frill for you. You're like a coffee stain. Oh, brilliant. No, that was great. It was fantastic that Meatloaf was able to meet up with FTG and then sort of form this group. I was like, I've got a great addition. Here's Pandemic, and then you came in and we all took to you very quickly. As I said, it wasn't a sort of thing where you sort of like showed up and said hello and then you were sort of in the community and you came back regular. You sort of kind of got led in by Meatloaf. I have to ask, because I've never asked this before, what was your view when you first came into this community and saw everyone?
It was a bit overwhelming at first because the anxiety and the whole autism thing, it goes hand in hand in new situations.
Mm-hmm.
So at first it was a bit intimidating, then it kind of just laxed out and started talking to people finally.
Yeah, you did. I remember I was in a VC and I just came in and I said, oh, hello, Pandemic, and you responded to me and we had a nice little pleasant exchange. And then Shani talked to me like a day later and said, I can't believe he spoke to you. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Just talk to me back, it's all good. It's like, no, I'm surprised. I'm like, okay. I was like, alright, Shani, alright. I didn't realise that you had as any aside, but everyone sort of has them in many different ways, shapes and forms, I'm glad that I'm able to put you at ease. I think you've taken the community quite well. I'll tell you now, if you're in this community and you stream and Pandemic is awake, he will be there. You may not know it, but he will be there because he is a strong supporter of everyone in this community, and I love the fact that you've not only come into the community, but you've taken to the community enough to actually give that support, which is fantastic. So, welcome addition. So I was too, says Meatloaf. What was she?
I was surprised that he talked to you.
Oh, you surprised? Oh, right, okay. I was going to say Meatloaf. Oh, no, we've been trying to get rid of him for ages.
Because we go through a lot of up and downs.
Yeah, oh, was it really? It's
dealing with stuff, life.
Mm-hmm. Yes, naturally, yeah.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's one of the best things, isn't it? We'll go through these ups and downs. We'll go through life and we'll hit these. They're natural, it's going to happen. But you something that I've never had is to be surrounded by fantastic individuals for the first time in this community. And it's not a community that is competitive by its very nature. I know DV's very, but but she said I was so surprised when DV said to me, "No, I'm a really competitive person."
I'm so competitive. Yeah. I just don't show it.
Yeah, I didn't know. Didn't know for months. Very, very surprised. But no, genuinely, we're not a DV should have won. Every time. Don't you forget who the champion is. Don't forget who the champion is. I'm the Twitch heavyweight champion of the world. I beat her senseless. No. I was surrounded by a fantastic community I never had before, and just their presence alone, is support. And it's one of those things where you might need to take a break. For a fact that as long as you're on that Discord or you're in the streams, that people are going to be there for you regardless, right?
Yeah, no, I know.
It's something that, all right, it might be difficult to break into a community or whatever, but I think the way things just fall into place and naturally progress, like there are so many people. I mean, you go into the Discord, the cess kit, right? There, I've got 3 sections in there. You've got one for me and Potato, then you've got one for the people I collab with, like yourself, DV, and then there's everyone in there that is very special. And that is a long fucking list, and it's gonna keep increasing because the community keeps growing, and we keep meeting fantastic people that come into this community, greater and greater thing. But it's not just a thing where we're all good people and we're all socialising and we're all having fun. It doesn't end there. That's the thing. We've become so integrated into each other's lives that we can sometimes just be in the presence of each other, or just a brief talk or a how are you can be enough of a support to get us through. And I think it's wonderful if you can get into a community, a loving community, one that is healthy, not one that has drama, jealousy, bitterness in it.
Yeah.
If you can find one, I like to think that what we've got here is very much in that stead. You know, it's very easy on Twitch to stamp out the negative. We had a troll come in right at the start of the stream earlier tonight during Getting the Bin, and got rid of it. We don't need the negativity.
Yeah.
The negativity doesn't stay. All that's left is the good stuff. So I'm glad, Pandemic, that you've actually been able to stay around and integrate and be here on the podcast as well. Like, when I asked you, it was an instant yes. And the surprise of everyone else in the VC.
I know.
You know, that's fantastic, because I like to think, well, I would like to think that we're able to put you at ease, put your anxieties at ease, and be able to do this and share these great moments together, and not make it feel like it's something alien to you, because you've earned it. You've earned our love and earned our respect. Absolutely. So go follow Pandemic. Show him lots of love and support if you're not already. I know a lot of you already are, but he's a wonderful streamer. So you met Meatloaf. All right. You met Meatloaf. Davey, what did you think of Meatloaf when he first showed up? Did you want to ban him?
Sure.
Yeah, because he comes in with all these bloody jokes and puns. You know.
No, I loved his puns. I thought they were funny. It also doesn't take much to make me laugh.
I
So.
knew it. Yeah, well done, Brandon Mossfire. Thank you very much. You're going to love the Horseman Brown. They're a wonderful group of people. Now, because people often say, you know, when I come into straight, I think we're going to hear it on the Quadrant next week, actually, because Zoe was one of the people that I think he nearly got banned from. He'd come in and he'd drop a pun, and they're like, oh no. And then he'd do another one, they're like, right, that's troll.
So bad, because most of the time I didn't get them.
Oh, right, oh, yeah.
He would make, I would have gotten I'm just like, ah,
okay.
That's why I have a chat rule saying play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
There you go. I
love it. Yeah, you brought a bunch of real cool facts. Yeah, he does trivia and
that's true too. I learned a lot.
Yeah. Low riddles as well. He's an all-rounder.
He's a walking history book at times.
It can be. He's very You watch me, I keep bringing it back, you know. So, yeah, Meatloaf was the glue that binded us together, brought you in, and have you here, which is wonderful. Now, talking about binding, oh, what a segue. You guys, I understand, are working on a book together.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think this is the first time this has been publicly announced or revealed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
first time.
Yeah, can you tell us a bit about this book?
It is set in a fictional world called Nakara, same universe as, like, same galaxy as, well, not galaxy, but galaxy or two over, of Earth.
Right, okay. So
it's a dark, like high dark fantasy, sci-fi. It's a mix of things.
Yeah.
As the timeline progresses, it gets more sci-fi fantasy.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You're welcome for the gardening facts. Thank you very much, Meatloaf. Oh dear. Yeah. So, is this? So, you've been working on? How long have you been working on this book?
Rough estimate 2012.
2012. Wow, it's nearly 10 years.
It kind of evolved with all of us, and it's getting to a very solid point of consolidating almost 10 years worth of work.
Right. Because I understand that you've all like taken a sort of subsection of the universe and narratives and have converged them in. Is that correct? Yeah. What was Meatloaf's things that he was taking care of?
He was the one that initially started it as something side to do.
Right.
Then it just kind of evolved into something a lot bigger.
Right. Okay. What aspects of the universe are you contributing to it?
Like my own nation.
Right. Okay.
A lot of the story points between me and Meatloaf's nations and our characters that intertwine. We'll have characters.
So sounds like a massive epic. This
it's a lot. Our buddy John handles a lot of the space stuff like our FTL, like our faster than light travel, ships, and all that technical stuff.
Okay. So then you can get into the meat and bones, basically. That's fantastic. That sounds like an epic drama. Plimfuser, hey, what did I miss? You missed talking. It's a podcast. Lots of words being thrown around out of mouths. It was good to see you here. Terry Pratchett's as Meatloaf. I do the magic stuff. Ah, yes.
Yeah, he does the magic stuff and a lot of the off-the-wall stuff, too.
Yeah, I can imagine that, yeah.
Some of the weirder things. Like he wanted to do, like, this real experiment that happened in real life where England, they just launched a bunch of grenades into the air.
That's right, yes. That's right.
He just wanted to do it because it was funny.
Be like that.
That's the beauty of writing, is that you can sort of let your imagination run wild.
Toss in some little historical nods.
Yeah, of course you can. You got free reign. I have my own. I was working on it. It's been a while now. This year seems like it's gone on forever. I feel like I've been streaming for a much longer time than I have. But
I know.
It's crazy. I haven't even reached a year yet. That's in February. That's what? That's crazy. And yet, last year I was working on this book, but I am working on my own sci-fi noir series called Downbeat. It was meant to be like a noir town in which there was a town that is actually separated by a giant cliff and like chasm, and one is much higher, and that's where it's more of a class system. Like the richer folk live up here, and they get a lot of sunlight, but then the scum of the earth is perpetually in shade, and it's just free reign, trying to survive down there. Then I adopted it into a space thing in which the upper decks are the luxury and the lower decks are the chaos that is left to its own devices. So it's sort of transitioned, and it's got a kind of Cthulhu-esque aspect to it as well. They always start off grounded and end up in a supernatural way to kind of, bring in some elements of fantasy in there, but they're always very subtle. So it's usually quite grounded. It goes great just heating up my chicken and veggies. Nice. It reminds me of the High Society Club in our world. There you go, you see. There you go. Well, I'm sure there's parallels
High
there.
Society.
Have you got a name? Have you got a name for the book? Have you named it yet?
No, not really.
10 years without a name.
Yeah.
But it's just been
Lazy.
so much work. It's just a lot of it consolidating to a starting point too.
Right, I gotcha.
Which we got.
You're basically expanding and building this universe that will become a narrative, a thorough narrative. Yeah. No, I get that absolutely. Now, I'm gonna talk about something delicate here. The Horsemen are sometimes very sensitive. Shani, we all know, we all love Shani, but she's got a tough exterior but a heart of gold. And FPG, well, he's FPG, isn't he? Right? Monkey Boy, he's running around, throwing bananas at Shani, throwing shit at Meatloaf, that kind of thing, pretending he's fun. And then, what way to bury him? Well, he's my opponent next month for the title. And then you've got Meatloaf, the Oath, a wonderful man, but my word, he's got a bad back. So they need a protector. They need someone to stand and defend them. And there's only one person who can do that. It is Pandemic. But how is he going to protect them? On his horse with a sword? No! He owns a gun, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Unfortunate circumstances behind it, but yeah.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so I should explain why it's such a big deal for me and why I'm bringing it up. It's because... So I'm in England, and guns are outlawed here, right? The only time you see them is if they're like protecting like Downing Street or the Buckingham Palace, and they're machine guns, right? or at an airport occasionally, right? They're just so rare, you do not see them at all, okay? Protector NA. I like that. They're so rare, and obviously I've met quite a lot of people through Twitch very quickly from all over the States. But it's always been a very left liberal mindset. That tends to be the case because we're all lovely people, and so we always talk about it. Everyone talks about it as just something that happens elsewhere in America and that kind of thing. And then I was sitting in a VC, and all of a sudden,
I hadn't showed anyone yet. Because I think I just got it that day.
I think you did. I thought it was going to be a joke. And then I just saw... oh my god!
Well, there's a bit of a story behind it.
Yes.
It was never a priority to have one.
No, that's true.
Until, happened.
Yes. It's up to you if you want to reveal that. That's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's to keep it brief. One of my mom's friends is going through a nasty fucking divorce, and her husband's a crazy son of a bitch.
We love that.
Who admitted to driving past our house at night. So I'm like, okay, I'm done. He was like, okay, I'm gonna go buy one.
You felt threatened. They're available.
I hear that.
So did you?
So
you have to go get a license for that? I'm assuming.
Nope.
What?
Where do you live?
Ohio.
Okay.
All you gotta do is sign some paperwork.
What?
Yeah, got it.
All you gotta do is sign some paperwork.
Ohio gives out free guns in exchange for paperwork. What?
It's not like a booth on the side or free guns.
No, I paid for it.
No, that's true. Sorry. I was like, what? I thought you had to be licensed. Oh my word.
Let me clarify. My family's from Ohio. That is why I am. That's why I am. Ohio.
If you peer to the left, you will see more corn. If you peer to the right, you'll see more corn.
Maybe a cow or two, but mainly corn.
Why do they need all those guns with unlicensed guns? They need scythes then or something.
If you think Ohio's bad, Texas.
Texas.
I've heard Texas is crazy. But damn. Right, so you went and got a gun just like that, and then there you were, waiting in your chair.
It was just like...
Mother's from Ohio. Churchill's from Ohio, says Meatloaf. She got lost in a cornfield. We'll fight them in the cornfields. We'll fight them on the beaches.
I'm not exaggerating on the amount of cornfields that are in this damn state. Just to go get some food and back was 10 cornfields.
Why didn't you just eat the corn from the cornfields?
Corn.
Save you a trip. Oh,
Corn?
doesn't like corn.
What?
Oh my word. Brilliant.
Last time I went to Ohio, I ate 3 pounds of corn in one sitting.
Bloody hell.
I love corn.
That must have been sweet. Sweet corn.
It was.
Sorry, that was a corny joke. Okay, yeah, so... Oh my word. He's sitting there with a gun. I'm scared, if anyone's with a knife, if anyone's got a knife, and I don't mean branching it as if they're kill someone, I'm not around like that. Galaxy does that, but, cut it,
swords too.
Just using cut... We'll get back onto that. Just use this like a knife just to cut something up, right? Makes you incredibly anxious. Please don't hurt yourself. Please don't hurt yourself. So when he started with a gun, take it later, Jack. But yeah, like it started with the gun. I was like, please, oh my god, I'm gonna see someone blow their head off. What do you mean?
No,
You got
it's unloaded. It's
oh,
unloaded.
oh, right. Okay, so it's deterrent more than anything else.
There's a mag in the case with it.
I love the fact that
But
was
it's
his
not in
answer
it.
to that. It went yes. It was. No, I've got it. I've got bullets. I've got mags. Like, oh, okay.
Look, like, I'm not fucking around with this.
No, you're
dude.
not. No,
There's hollow points.
You got it for a good reason. Oh my word. Have you ever fired a gun before?
No,
No. Okay.
Oh.
Well,
I haven't.
oh,
You live in
dear.
Ohio and you've
Going
never
to.
fired a gun?
DB's fired a
I've
gun.
been around guns a lot.
Imposter.
I've been around guns a lot, but,
Mm.
you know, just haven't.
But did you fired a gun?
Oh, yeah.
I'm scared already, and it already happened in the past. Don't hurt yourself back then.
I have pictures. I'll share a picture.
Wow.
I don't think we can show it on Switch, but
Oh,
it's
okay,
cool.
that's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard someone told me. I remember I had a teacher that said that if you had a gun, right, and you're untrained in using it, you never practice, the recoil from a standard handgun would probably mean that when you fired it, bang, you're more likely to bang and shoot the ceiling than you are to hit straight. Oh, it depends on the gun, does it? Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, every gun has a different kind of kickback.
Oh, yeah.
Why is she suddenly talking like a professional? Where's all this come from? DB the
Because-
gunsmith. What the hell?
Because, like, back in 2016, somewhere around there,
Mm-hmm.
we went to the same place where I inevitably picked up my gun.
Right.
And that was when my mom got hers, because of some other stuff that went on. But they had guns there that you could also shoot. I talked my dad into shooting a Desert Eagle,
Yeah, ooh.
and that thing just blasts back so much pressure.
Did he get
You could
bruised?
just feel it. No.
Really?
He's a big dude.
Okay.
I'm getting
And,
an image of someone firing a blunderbuss and they go flying backwards.
Matter of fact-
Like that little guy in Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah.
Shoots the gun and gets shot back.
Yeah.
Matter of
It's like
fact.
Flintlocks, Harley's fired a gun. Bloody hell. They're all at it. What is this with guns? Why has everyone got gun toting all of a sudden? I don't understand it. Dear, oh dear. But yeah,
There you
so,
go, I sent you something, DV.
You said
I have one of the casings from the Desert Eagle.
I was on gun rage with my boyfriend and his friends, but then I was too scared to try, so I just awkwardly hung out in the corner the whole time because it was too cold. I said, "Oh, I can picture her doing it. Oh no, little patats, covering her ears in the corner. Oh, shivering."
My dad would take a metal pipe and stick it in the ground, and we would like drink an old soda can or whatever and put it on top of the pipe, and that's what we would shoot.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't go buy targets. That's a waste of money.
Well, people used to put
Yeah.
cans on a thing from a distance, didn't they? And you'd bang,
Yeah.
and you'd do that whole thing.
Yeah, we didn't want to ruin the fence though.
Food, glorious food.
Yeah.
Yes. Hopefully it's corn. But yeah, damn, I didn't realise that. Because I play Grand Theft Auto and they'd like have ammunition in there, you know, as the shop, and I'd be like, oh, they're taking a piss because of all that kind of thing. And it's true, isn't it? It's true. You're all
is.
gun-toting madman. Oh my god, I'm gonna get
Some
shot.
places worse than others.
Eating cereal. That's alright. I usually have Shreddies. It's my cereal of choice. Shreddies. What is that cat doing?
Pull his mouth open. Can you see it? Oh, he's waking up. Hello. Okay.
But yes, he's locked and loaded and he's ready to protect the horseman, and I hope everyone else, if you'll be obliging, if anyone comes in, bang! And the dirt is gone. So enjoys dry Weetabix. So wait, don't worry, no more about the dry Weetabix. Thank you very much. Weetabix, dry Weetabix actually got in my colour right. Oh, they made me eat it on stream dry. Oh, the whole thing. Oh, I can still feel it now. Joyce, I don't
It's like eating a Popeye's biscuit with no drink.
Huh? A Popeyes?
It is Popeyes is a chain restaurant. Like
Oh, I thought you meant the guy.
no, not Popeyes.
That was my Popeye impression, everyone. I was going to go to Scrappy Doo then. I was going to go, let me at him, let me at him. And I'm like, that ain't Popeye.
You've actually never been to Popeyes. Popeyes is pretty good. They got a bomb chicken sandwich.
Did it make your eyes pop?
Yeah.
That explains it.
I remember all the craze between Popeyes and Chick-fil-A.
Oh my gosh. That was so funny.
It was.
What happened?
There was like a bunch of so Popeyes, they're known for their fried chicken, but Chick-fil-A is known for their Chick-fil-A sandwich, like the chicken sandwich.
Right, gotcha.
So when Popeyes came out with their chicken sandwich, it was like a turf war.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was mad. And then the community started to a huge fight as to who had the better chicken and why, and it was a whole ordeal.
Burger King jumped in at some point.
Burger King tried, but no, they don't count.
I feel like this podcast is going to be what is wrong with America today.
Yeah.
Unlicensed guns and fast food restaurant wars defines the nation.
Yeah.
Look at Meatloaf. The chicken wars.
It's been 50 years. The chicken wars.
Bloody hell. Oh, amazing. So Pandemic, do you have any games on the horizon that you've got lined up ready to play? I know you're playing a lot of Forza at the moment.
In January, God of War.
That's
I'm playing it again.
Okay.
The first God of War just got released
excited.
on Steam, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The first one got released on Steam. That's great. The PlayStation are finally releasing these titles. I hope they do that with a lot more. Because so far it's just Horizon, Days Gone, and God of War. They're big hitters. So there's no reason some of the others, if they've still got the license, can't find their way here eventually. Which is fantastic.
There was a leak sometime earlier in this year from NVIDIA's database from GeForce Experience for updating your drivers and all that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff that was right, like the GTA Definitive Trilogy thing.
Right.
That was on there.
Oh, that was
Bloodborne was on there.
Oh.
And a few others.
Oh, if Bloodborne comes out on
There's a
PC,
whole list.
boom, that's gonna blow up, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh. But I heard that GTA trilogy didn't go quite according to plan.
Yeah, I know.
It's a shame, it really is. Oh, and not forget the Glasgow Ice Cream Wars.
What?
The Glasgow Ice Cream Wars.
I don't know about that one.
Oh dear. God. So before we January God of War, no, actually good sight. Now we always ask our guests to come and show us something and tell us something. And I believe you've sent the item to DB. Should we take a look at the pictures first and then hear the story? I think so. Let me hit that. There we go.
Yeah.
If I do that and mute it, we should be good. Right. So yes, we got these 3 images. This car here. Can we look at the next one? Car. The inside of the car. Driver's seat, and there we go.
Engine.
The engine. Look at that engine. So why have you sent us these 3 images?
All right, time for a little self-incriminating.
Oh, get ready, guys. Strap yourselves in to the car.
So this is my dream car.
Okay.
An Audi R8.
Right, okay.
Manual. Not auto.
That means something.
And this happened September 2nd, 2017. So the day after my birthday. So just a little backtrack. My dad set all this up without me knowing, anyone else knowing.
Oh.
Okay.
But there's a place near Cincinnati that does cars and coffees. So there's a bunch of It's like a car show.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
And there's like a bunch of exotic cars there, and JDM muscle. Like, there's a lot there.
When you say exotic, are they the sort of cars that have lovely ladies in bikinis draped over them? No? Okay, no. Carry on.
No.
My bad. It's just in my head.
But like,
It's Ohio. They don't have that.
Oh, okay. It's
yeah.
just a naked corn on a car. Yeah. No, please.
But yeah, you'll see like Porsches, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, all sorts of stuff. You'll see like GTRs, like R32s, 33s.
That's a lot of R's.
35s.
I can't roll me R's.
But you'll see like Mark IV Supras, all sorts of stuff. I've seen Aventador SVJ like right when it came out.
Nice.
All sorts of stuff I've seen there.
Sol does a very good car impression. Do I? I could do Formula One. If you want, really briefly. That's a quick one. You ready? Here we go. That was it. That was it.
Yeah.
Carry on.
But yeah, like this was right when Hurricane Harvey was coming on, so we had a little bit of that up here. And so we went to the Cars and Coffee. There wasn't much there. But my dad's gonna like, there's somewhere else that has cars too that you can look at.
Right.
Then we went to a place called Cincinnati Supercars. They had some stuff there too. We were there for a little bit. Looking at some of the cars they had. They had Aventador that shot fire. So it's tuned to shoot flames.
Yeah, that's that means fast. Yeah. Does it?
Costs a lot of gas to do that, but it's cool.
I suppose it would, yeah. Don't waste gas. You Americans with your gas now. Gonna get guns, fast food.
Australia's pretty bad too.
Yeah, I know. We hate Australia. We love Australia, don't we? I forgot Harley was there.
They do burnout competitions down in Australia.
Oh, did it really? And it's bloody hot there already. Bloody hell.
But yeah, like we were there for a little bit, and this guy pulls in with his car.
Mm-hmm.
This.
Oh, this. It calls it this. Your dream car.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we were talking for a little bit, and he was like, he initially said, "Do you want to drive it?" Then have you ever been just stun locked? Like where you're just like, what? What?
Right.
Like your brain's just like, what? It just keeps going, what?
No
What?
compute, no function.
Brain no function.
What? What?
I was just standing there for like a good 20 seconds, just like, what? What? And again, I didn't have my license, but I still don't. But I still got to experience the
You
car.
actually got to do it. You actually got it. Wow.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Fantastic guy.
Yeah. Oh,
His
yeah.
name's Neil.
Neil. Thank you for
Thank you,
letting
Neil.
for letting this man's dream come true. It's your hold on a minute. It's your dream car. You said you don't have a license.
Yeah. I know. Just,
Getting one.
People are. I'm getting there eventually.
You are. Okay. All right. Okay. That's good. I don't have a license either. I don't know nothing.
It's the initially also of him offering to let me drive it too. That was like the instantaneous. Like I was mid sentence and just stun locked, and it's just like it's going like my dad had to just go like, yeah.
trying to
then
think what would make me stun locked. Difficult. It's hard to stun me, I think. Much to people's chagrin. I think if someone said, "So, I love you and want to sleep with you," I'll be like,
What?
"What? You taking a piss? Hello, have you looked at me?" And then they'll probably say, "Oh, sorry, I was talking to the person behind you."
You know.
And that other person
Could be
called
like that.
Solomon. So, Solomon, always following me.
yeah,
Anyway.
I guess to experience it, we got to ride around in it. Then we got to the highway.
Oh.
We got to the highway.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the self-incrimination comes in.
Oh no.
We went 120 miles an hour down the highway.
That is a speed that is fast.
Just to convert that into the rest of the world's units, 193 kilometers an hour.
Whoa.
Just going down the highway.
I'm surprised at that speed that your face didn't end up like on the other side of your head. You know? That must have been intense.
No, not really. It was very graceful in a way.
Word.
There was no struggle with it.
Imagine a dog sticking its head out the window at that speed. Oh. Bloody hell. It looked like just like a wavy flag of jelly dog head. Anyway.
Just a dog with all the wrinkles.
Yeah.
The rolls.
Yeah, when those dogs, the wrinkles, it goes back, just looks like an old man's head. Bloody hell.
But yeah, it was just, and we were sitting there talking about like stuff like what's your favorite body style of this car? And at the time, the new generation came out of it and it changed the body style significantly. And I'm just like, no, I like this one.
Right.
This is the body style I would want.
Hey, so you got the full package.
Oh yeah. It was manual. It wasn't a V10, but it's a supercharged V8.
Supercharged.
It just casually doing that down the highway.
We are talking about cars. Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
I don't know much about them.
Yes.
The body I like.
Yes.
It's the body. I was trying to think of what that car looks like to me, and all I can think of, based on this conversation, is a bullet. And that's
You kind of see it.
just that.
Yeah.
Just the curvature at the end, sort of like of the bonnet, makes it seem so smooth and rounded, like the edge of a bullet. I think that's just you and your guns. Wow. So incriminating yourself there. But got a fantastic dream experience out of it. That's wonderful.
Then we got back. My legs forgot how to work.
Oh.
I could not stand.
Aww.
That was
Straight up could not stand.
he was lying. He just wanted to sit in a car longer. That's all he wanted to do.
No.
Oh no, my legs have broken. I'm going to have to stay here for at least another 5 hours.
Legs are optional.
Maybe just take it up for a spin again. Maybe I'll get some feeling back in the legs.
I still see him around. I still see him. Yeah.
Oh really? Oh, that's wonderful.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
But yeah, like one of the last cars in the coffees before all COVID hit, I saw him.
Right.
It was on a rally that was heading there, so I met some other YouTubers that I watched there who do stuff with supercars that people normally didn't do. Like modify them, wide body them.
Right.
You know, do all sorts of the fun stuff people do with like older cars.
Right. If only
that
it's
are not as expensive.
easy to change a car as it is to change your body. You know? Because I would be even more ripped because I'm so ripped now. I am swole. I'm the swole soul. Yes. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Oh, yes. Look at them bones. You can see through my skin. I'm transparent. Alright, thank you very much for showing and telling us that. If you want IDB, we'll get that. Boom. There we go. Excellent. Fabulous. Stop being ripped away. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for that part of the show where I introduce a phrase from Britain and ask our wonderful guests whether they can tell me what it means. So I'm going to give you a nice, quick and easy one this week. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Eyes down for a full house, and we're off and running. The phrase is lovely jubbly.
Lovely jubbly?
Yep.
Yeah.
My brain immediately went to, like, you complimenting somebody that's of bigger size. Like, damn, that's some lovely jubbly.
Yeah.
I love what you're
compliment.
carrying. Oh, that's brilliant. You've got some lovely jubbly.
I don't think that's it. I highly doubt that's it, but that's
No, absolutely not.
Big ass. Yeah.
Oh, word. Lovely jubbly. I'm never going to hear lovely jubbly again.
It's the queen on the phone.
Oh, my word. Pandemic, do you have any idea what lovely jubbly means?
I was going to go down that same road.
Oh, my word. I actually have it, I think, as a sound alert. Thank you for the alert, Jess. I think it's in my sound alert, so I might be able to get it up. I just realised that it's in there. Oh! Jess! Jess with the ring sub! Thank you so much. For the 8 months there. Amazing. We had FPG with a 9 months, so thank you so much. Oh, wow, we've been around a long time, haven't we? Let me go to my sounds here. I think I have got... Yeah, there it is, lovely jubbly. I'm going to play it on the thing. Now.
Lovely jubbly.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a clip from Only Fools and Horses. Lovely jubbly. So what does it mean? It means you like something, yeah? It basically... Okay, you can get it. Basically, lovely jubbly just means that was fantastic. Or that sounds fantastic. Okay. So you'll go like...
The jubbly's kind of like just like a nickname.
It's really
that was great,
just...
man.
Yeah, it's
And
just...
additive.
It really is just a name... Okay, so it... How to put it? It doesn't really have a meaning in that word alone, only in combination with the rhyme and the way it rolls off the tongue. So it's sort of like I could say, I've just won the lottery, lovely jubbly, right? Something like that. We're all going Disneyland, lovely jubbly, like that. It's like it's all come my way. It's all worked out. It's all going to be great and fantastic.
Okay. Damn, I like my version better.
So you can't have a regular jubbly. We can now. Anyone who is carrying any timber, let's say, from now on, they're carrying some lovely jubbly. Damn right. And we love you. And we love you all the same. Although I have heard boobs called jubblies. Oh, meatloaf! Boobs called jubblies before. We call them jugs over here sometimes.
Jugs?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
A wasser pair of jugs.
Yeah, I don't like that.
A wasser pair of jugs. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
I'd rather you say Big Mommy Milkers.
There's a great gag in Bottom. There's a great gag in Bottom where he goes, I've been to the video store and I've got some adult stuff. He's like, oh great, let's have a look. He's like, what have you got? I've got big jugs. And he gets a video called Big Jugs. He goes, fantastic. A history of pottery in the 19th century.
That's pretty good.
Damn it, Eddie! I love that one. That's great. I think the next video is Swedish lesbians in a hot currant jam, and he goes, "No, it's what is it? It's fuck. It's like Swedish jam making in something like that.
Oh, like they're stepping on it or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to get up the script. It's brilliant. Me and Eddie will have to redo that one. That'd be great. That's a great episode, actually. I think we will. I think we'll do it. Me and Eddie will do that episode next. It's a great one. Alright, it's now time for Davey's Diary. What have you got for us this week? We missed your diary last week due to your technical issues.
We did, and I didn't have time to edit together the other thing.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that'll be next week's.
Yeah.
But me and my partner Noda just had our anniversary. And as you guys have seen, we like Legos.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So for our anniversary, we did another Lego project.
Oh. Oh, that's the thing she ran off to get earlier, right?
Oh no! Oh. Please
Oh
don't.
my
Oh
God.
my familiar face.
She broke it! Ladies and gentlemen, she broke it! Oh my word.
Hey,
Only on the podcast do we get this
oh,
kind
tell
of...
Noda.
Hey!
There we go.
Hey,
Look at that!
The paradise plant.
That is fantastic. I was
Yeah.
not expecting you to pull that up. I just thought that was in the way and you were going to move it out of the way. That is the actual Lego. Look at that. That's so cool. When did you break it?
I ripped off the side of the pot.
Oh, okay. That's not.
It's fine. It's back on now.
No, but that's.
It's like got like a whole bunch of like loose Legos. For
Oh,
birds and
that's
stuff.
for soil. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful. That
That's
is
cool.
really well designed.
it
And
is.
then I don't have to worry about watering plants because
Yeah,
I can't keep
exactly.
plants alive.
Or if you do, you just have to get those transparent blue Legos and just tip them.
There we go.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There we go.
No,
It
that's
actually
really
says
good.
in the manual that is like, oh, this plant you don't have to water, just a light dusting of the leaves.
Oh, I like that. That's really good. Very good indeed. I have a house plant and it died. Oh, potato.
Yeah, I just had to throw away all my plants that died. I had like a little graveyard in my front yard.
Do you?
I did. They're gone now.
Oh, so I never come on the diary. Bloody hell.
You want to see my plant graveyard?
Yeah, that's weird. I just imagine these little tombstones to my
No, it
tulip,
was literally just a pile of dead plants.
to Rose, to my tulip, to my daisy. No, that is fantastic. We're gonna wrap this one up now. Pandemic, where can we find you?
You're on Twitch. Pandemic_NA.
Damn right. The NA stands for North America.
No,
No,
it was never meant to be there.
What was it?
Never
Oh,
meant to be there.
what is it there then?
Because it just had to be something there.
Oh, exactly. So it was
There's
just pandemic now.
It was just never meant to be there.
But you better be there
Because-
when he streams. Yeah, right. No, because you're fantastic. It's one of the great. I had Venus flytraps. The cat ate them.
It's a little snack.
Better than them eating the cat. You know. No, thank you so much for joining us for this podcast. I really appreciate you being here. You are by far the best horseman. And is there any dirt you'd like to dish out on Shining Meatloaf or FPG while you have the platform and the chance to the whole world and YouTube as well?
Get better sleep, Meatloaf.
Oh, well, there we go. You know, could have been worse. Let's just say
Most
that.
gentle dirt I've ever heard.
Yeah, exactly. He's let me down on that front, but he hasn't let me down in all the others. A great podcast, a great guy. Please go give him a follow. I think we learned quite a lot about you. Actually, it's just been quite eye-opening. Thank you for opening up and sharing with us tonight. I really do appreciate it. The podcast will be back in 3 weeks. We've got 2 weeks of a new show next week, The Quadrant, and Late Night Locking, followed by the following week we've got Twatch, the only Twitch comedy panel show, as well as the Potato Sack. And then I'll be back on the 5th with Eddie as the guest. He's not a streamer, he's my best friend. Why is he here? Because it's my birthday week and he wanted to come along and be a part of the festivities. So DV may be joining us. It may be Potato taking the place, but we're hoping DV may be able to do at least that one. We'll find out. We'll keep updated on everything in the Discord. Once again, we say thank you to Pandemic and we say thank you to Death Violets, of course.
Thank you, sir.
No, absolutely a pleasure. Can we hit the DV command as well? We got Harley. Favourite pie coming in at the end. Fucking hell, Meatloaf, what are you doing? Thank you very much. So, for his favourite pie, sorry, what was that?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter pie? Huh?
Yeah.
Mine is pizza. No, we're not having this debate. Not now. It's pizza.